All right, here we are. This week we are talking about Willow,
Yeah, the first movie
the first movie, not the
way back in the
new
80s. Yeah, the new TV series.
'88.
Uh,
Was it
Unless you're
'88?
unless you waited like 5 years to watch our show, then you're probably watching like the second Willow or the third Willow. But they finally had enough money to make.
So I want to tell you right now, this is my first time watching this movie.
Really?
I had never seen this.
Oh, I thought you. I just assumed you saw it. Well, of course you didn't, because when did it come out? 1980,
1988.
1980. Oh, it's
Yeah,
1988.
1988. I never seen it on HBO. Like back then when I had a cable or anything like that. I had never seen this movie, and I tell you
Huh.
right now, Shane, I left it.
Oh, really?
Oh
You
yeah,
liked it? Okay.
because it reminded me of like this is Lord of the Rings before I even read Lord of the
Yeah. Well,
Rings.
you're more into the sword and sorcery type movies
Oh
too.
yes, I am.
I see.
Like
I'm not.
wizards. Yep.
I've always liked night type movies and stuff, but for
Yes.
some
But
reason,
they
I'm
kind
not
of
gonna
have
say
that in this
I like
element.
I like I like Willow. I'm gonna say it made an impact on me, but it's not one of my favorite movies. It's
Oh, it's
not.
not my favorite movie,
It's
but
something
like
I forgot.
I
I forgot.
enjoyed it.
I like this time I watch it. It's almost like watching it for the first time for me because I can only barely remember. I remember some of the actors in it, but I couldn't remember the whole story. I remember it had a baby, I saved the baby, blah blah
Dude,
blah.
I forgot. I didn't even know. I can't. I know Batman was in it, but I forgot like how big of a role Val Kilmer had in this movie. Like,
Yeah,
cause I never
it's
seen this
funny.
before.
It is funny when we say Batman. I would say more
Yeah.
like Iceman because he was only Batman once.
It's
I
nice.
mean, well, come on, he made a bigger impact in Top Gun than he did in
That is true.
Batman.
Yeah.
Don't you feel? I mean, even though Batman
Hey, you know
Forever
what?
is
He played
one of my
Iceman
favorite
twice.
Batmans.
First time in Top Gun, and he's also in the newer Top Gun
Okay,
Maverick.
yeah,
See,
Maverick.
he's in. Yeah, he only played
He's
Batman
in
once,
the.
but he should be
He doesn't play
Iceman.
Batman once,
Yep.
even though his Batman was pretty good.
Yeah, his Batman is pretty good. Yep.
Well, I mean, we're just gonna say that because the next
We c-
Batman was George
well, because
Clooney, and
we
he
judge it
destroyed it.
hey, it can be worse than this. Oh yeah, it can.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's what I'm wondering. Was his Batman really good, or is it because we're comparing against George Clooney?
Ooh, oh. Since this is Val Kilmer related, right? Let's compare Batman's him or Michael Keaton.
It's a hard one because actually,
It is
I'm
hard
gonna go
one.
with Michael Keaton. I did like Michael Keaton, but that's probably because I got two Michael Keaton movies,
Oh, Michael Keaton Batman's yes.
and the first Batman movie is still one of my
Hey,
favorites.
and you know what? I still judge it by this rule. Michael Keaton could have played the Joker, and he played the Batman. Can Val
Yeah,
Kilmer do the same thing?
I
Can
don't
you
know.
play
He
the
might
Joker?
could.
I like in my mind, I'm thinking
He
like
might.
he probably
Actually, I
could.
actually I think Val Kilmer could play the
Yeah,
Joker. He
but
probably would have
George
been very
Clooney,
good at
he
it.
cannot play the Joker. Shoot,
He
he
could play
can
either
only
one
play
of them.
Bruce Wayne, but not Batman.
Yeah, he could play Bruce Wayne just fine, but he was not a good
He cannot
Batman.
play Batman like Ben Affleck.
and,
He
and you know
can
that.
do it.
Oh,
The
Ben Affleck can
the
do it.
conflict between himself. Christian Bale, he did it wondrously. Like
Yeah, he
he's
did.
confused in Batman, because he doesn't know what he wants. But Val, like, yeah,
Yeah,
the
we
worst
don't.
one is
None of
George
us
Clooney.
really know what we want anyway.
Yeah,
So,
it's like yeah, exactly. So yeah,
but
George Clooney's
anyways,
the
yeah,
one.
this had
Yeah,
Val
I love
Kilmer
this
and
fantasy
his
stuff.
future wife,
Yeah.
which by the way, she was in a what was it? There was a spy movie with Bill Murray. She was in The Man Who Knew Too Little. I think that's what it's
It's a
called.
little.
Remember? I had you see that? I love that movie still.
I have not seen A Man Who Knew Too Little.
I thought I loaned it to you.
No, I don't think
With
so.
Bill Murray, where he thinks he's playing a spy, acting like he goes overseas and he
Oh, you
thinks
know
he's in one
what?
of those. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I loaned it to
I
you and you
don't
saw
think
it.
I remember it. It's been a long time.
Because even the commercials for it, he goes, I got this movie coming out. If you'll see it, if you don't like it, if you'll just find me and tell me you don't like it, I'll put the money in your hand.
Oh, I think I remember like he thought it was bad too, but yeah, I can't remember
No,
if
it
I
was
know the
good.
movie.
It was good. I love that movie.
Then I need to see it again because it's Bill Murray.
Yeah, it's funny because he thinks he's acting. You know how you go to those panic rooms or something?
Yeah.
Well, he thinks it's master like a theater. He goes to London to visit somebody, and he thinks, oh, well, he ends up getting into a spy ring. But the thing is, he thinks it's Al acting, so he's just playing the game while he's actually really a spy now.
Oh, you know what? I had no idea that lady was Val Kilmer's wife at one time.
Oh, you did? Well, she was, yeah,
She
at one
was,
time.
yeah. Oh, interesting.
And of course, we have Willow. Willow is the character of Willow is. Didn't he play Wicket? I think he was Wicket in the third Star Wars. Oh well, I
Was
shouldn't say
he?
third. And
When we say
Return.
third one, which he is
I
Wicked, yeah.
no, I should say the sixth
The
one.
sixth one, the episode 6, yeah, Wicked. Yeah, I
Yeah,
see it. Yep. Oh.
But I
So
remember this coming out. I don't know if I saw it at the theater or not.
so I don't want to say the word that might be offensive, right? But this is the only movie where I've seen so many short people, like little people, in the
Dwarves.
movie.
I think you
Dwarfs,
call
yeah.
it. I
Yeah,
think we can
dwarfs,
say
yeah. I
dwarves.
think
I
that's
mean,
the medical term, I think. Dwarfism or whatever. I mean, I don't know.
I
So
know it's so many things, and everybody's offended now on this planet. So
yeah, so I don't want to like because I really like this movie because like I love this fantasy stuff. I love sorcerers and
yeah,
wizards and
this
stuff.
is a neat one. This is a neat
It
one. I
is
want to say
because
this.
I never
The
seen a
thing is,
movie
just
like
I
this,
just kind of
man.
forgot it. I just kind of forgot about it,
Because
and it's by George Lucas.
yes, Lucasfilm helped the
See,
special
I
effects.
remember when it come out, but I don't. I mean, I remember it come out because I almost think I had cups. I think I had Willow cups
No
somewhere. Because
way.
remember, well, they always put Star Wars cups, and I bet you that I can't remember what company they're from. I think they're Burger King.
Oh yeah, but like Burger King used to like besides McDonald's, that's the only other
Yeah,
place
it
you
was
could
either
get
one of them,
stuff
but I
like
think
that.
it was Burger King because I also I have Return of the Jedi glasses somewhere.
What?
Yeah, I don't know where they're at. My parents got them somewhere, but I
I
got
don't
them.
have anything like that.
We went down there. You eat the hamburger, get the
See,
glass.
I
Yay!
wasn't in the country when that stuff come out, and they don't
Yeah, I
advertise it
know.
overseas.
I keep forgetting. Yeah,
But
that you were in that, and
episode
you would have
one,
missed
right?
this.
I got the Taco Bell, the top cups like Amidala,
Oh
Anakin.
yeah.
Oh
Oh, okay.
yeah,
You got it. You got the
heck
second
yeah,
chance. Yeah,
yes, because that was my first chance.
yeah. Well, the next generation of them.
Yeah, and now I have like BB-8 cups because we went to Disney World. Like, yeah, dude, I got two because my sons were drinking sodas out of BB-8 cups. Yeah, because I never been to an environment like that, because I wasn't here yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Yeah,
also,
well,
I like this story.
welcome to America, where we make cups on
Oh, thank you.
everything.
Because once
Everything.
the only character I really hate, right, wasn't even the evil queen, was that like that that know-it-all guy from
Yeah,
that village.
yeah, the one you're supposed to hate. The
Yeah,
guy
the one
got
you're
pooped on the
supposed to
head.
hate.
Yeah,
I
the
hate that
jerk.
dude. I love it.
Yeah, I
Like,
hate
hey,
that guy
we
too.
can't have the best warrior, and then that like the wizard guy was like, you know what? I'm gonna make him go on the trip, and he's like,
Yeah,
hey,
I'm like,
come.
oh yeah, you're coming with me.
I I love the part. One of my part is like, hey, which finger? When they do the test, right? Like, which finger is the one that to change power to change the world? And I thought it was the middle finger to just be funny. And
Yeah,
then
and they try.
that was the one that the first guy picked.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's sometimes magical for some folks. So
Yes. Come on, it's magic.
it's really not. It's not magical for anybody.
Oh,
But of course, it's supposed to be his own fingers.
and I do like back then with those tales, like, those myths where like, oh, this child should overtake this person, right? And they put that element in this story. So the evil queen has to like eliminate all the kids.
Yeah, she
I
has
think
to
it's
hunt
always
all the
like
kids
stupid
down.
like that. Like then that's how we wrote stories back then.
And of course, the person that's eliminated the kids is her kid.
Yes. Yeah, I like no, everything turned out great in this movie. Like her daughter fell in love with Matt Mardigan.
Yeah, Mad Mardigan.
Yeah, Matt Mardigan, which is I never heard of a name like that. See, if I heard this name as a kid, right, it would still have the same impact on me as Anaxton Lamont. I would have named my first dog Matt Mardigan.
Wow. Well, that would be a good name for a dog.
Yeah, see, like, hey, Marty, Matt, Maddie, whatever. It's
Mardigan.
awesome. Like, I would pick that over Willow. Because I never heard of a name like that before.
Yeah. Well,
And now I'm going to say it all the time.
Willow. Of course. What is it? Will Smith's daughter's name is Willow.
Yes.
So I wonder if he was a fan of the movie.
Or maybe they're trying to find a female version of the name. That's what I thought, too, when they say Willow. Maybe he was a fan of this movie. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's something I have to look on. Like, I thought because it says Will. So they say Willow.
Well,
but then
maybe.
he could.
But he
like,
could have. He's
really
gonna say,
could've.
"I saw that movie. It was awesome."
Yeah.
That's your name.
I do like there's a lot of comedic elements in this movie, especially with Matt Mardigan, Val Kilmer's character. Because, that other witch lady, right, was a goat. Was it
But
some
she
kind
was everything.
It was
Didn't she?
a quote first. And then like, hey, are you a good-looking woman? It's like, I'm a very beautiful lady. Hey, come on, Willow, do your best. I love that. Because at the first when you meet him, right, like, I don't know if I can trust this guy. Because he's been in the cage for a while, you know?
Yeah, he was in a cage, dude.
Like, I don't know if he's sincere or he just want to do something to me. Like, let's just put this dude in the cage for as long as we can. And that's exactly what they did. They didn't trust him. They just leave him in the cage as long as they can. But all he wanted was just some water.
Well, he acted like he wanted some water. He
Yeah,
wanted out. That's all he
yeah, he
wanted.
wanted out, but water is more important because I don't know how long this guy's been in there, but we're gonna
Yeah.
keep him in there.
Well, he probably wasn't there that long.
And I like the special effects in this movie. It's
Oh
probably
yeah.
one of the best I've seen in 1988. Like for a movie at this time, right? I'm not sure if when they released this on Disney Plus, they had to clean up anything. But every time they show those like miniature people, like that tribe,
Yeah,
that's a lot
I feel
smaller.
that. Yeah, I'm gonna say they didn't clean up anything because to me
Oh,
that special effect wasn't as good as it should have been.
oh, really? I thought it was pretty good
Yeah, I
at
did.
that time.
Okay. Well, if you say it that way, yeah, okay, I'll go with that. But
Yeah.
when I'm watching, I'm like, yeah, they need to come back and clean that up
Oh, because you
they
see Ant
look
Man.
because
That's why.
because they're so overimposed on it. Yeah, you can
Oh,
see
you
the
could tell.
color
Yeah.
difference and stuff.
Oh, yeah, you can. But I thought
I
it was
mean,
good for that time.
I was surprised Lucasfilms. They always fix everything in
You
all
know
their
what?
other
Because
movies.
he didn't own it. That's why.
Is that really?
He didn't own it. It probably belonged to Disney, and he owned the Star
Oh,
Wars stuff.
oh, okay, that
Yeah.
makes
The
sense.
only
Yeah.
thing that Fox owned was they can distribute the movie.
Well, guess what? Well, now Disney can
Owns
fix it. They
everything.
own
Yep,
everything.
yep. They own everything. Yeah, they distribute the movie, so that's all
Yeah,
they got.
and it wouldn't hurt them because I mean, if they're going to go ahead and show a new show, they might as well clean it up a little bit. But the
Yeah,
problem is, a lot of people like it anyway. So what does it matter?
yeah. I like it anyway. Like, see,
I mean, maybe you should see the movie the way it was then, anyways.
yeah. See, I love I love the way that I saw this movie too. I didn't need this to be cleaned up.
Yeah, yeah,
Like what are some of the other movies that we saw? Like, Edward Scissorhands. I love the special effects just fine.
yeah. Oh yeah,
I don't have to clean that up either.
yeah. Don't mess with Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, I love all the color elements, the story that it told, and everything. Like
Yeah.
Heather doesn't understand the movie, so she's gone out of my life now.
Wow.
No,
Which movie did she not understand? Willow or Edward Scissorhands?
Oh, Edward
Oh,
Scissorhands.
well,
Because I think she's not from that generation. Like
I
Willow,
don't
she
know.
probably, but then
How
she's
could you?
probably not a big fan of this fantasy stuff.
Yeah, well, she's
Dude.
probably thinking, from her standpoint, she doesn't want a guy with scissors hands, okay? Because that's just creepy. But to
I
me,
love
I'm like,
Lord of the
I
Rings.
am Edward Scissorhands. So
Okay.
therefore,
I love Lord of the Rings. I love this movie.
I haven't seen any Lords of the Rings movies yet. So
Then I don't know
guess
why
we're
you
gonna-
and I are friends. I think that's Heather
Well,
said to me.
But that's probably what we should be. But I'm wondering too, because you haven't introduced me to any.
Oh, Lord of the Rings. I mean,
So why aren't we doing Lord of the Rings? That's what I'm saying.
Because you
Why
don't
haven't
want
we
to
done
see it yet, right? We got to put down our list.
Oh, I
That's
wanna
got to
see
be
it
done
now.
this year. Oh, I want to see it now, too.
Let's go see it.
You know what? Let's wait until the summer, so that way when summer starts, so I can watch it with my son. To see
Wait
what
till
he
the
like.
summer. Isn't it summer already?
I mean, when school is out. I should be.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Man, I don't go to school, so let's see it.
It is like I got burned today. I don't know if you could tell that I'm red. Oh yeah, you can. If I show my other part of the
Dude,
arm.
I can go out there just like a minute and get burnt. So I don't know what you're griping about.
Oh, it takes me a while.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I go outside, I can feel it on my ears. It feels like I'm about to burst into flames.
Just like Heather, because you guys are Caucasian. Because I said it so much, right? Like even my son Ethan, he's like, oh, he tells his younger brother, oh, because daddy's from a tropical part of the country, right? So we don't get that burn easily. Because I'm out in the sun a lot. I don't know what it is. I just thought that makes sense. I'm from a tropical weather. I never seen snow until I moved to America.
Wow.
Yeah, I was telling my parents like, where I'm from, Hong Kong, right, is hotter than Texas because Texas can freeze.
Well,
I had never been
humidity,
frozen.
yeah.
Humidity. Yeah, but humidity was really bad.
Yeah, your humidity and stuff. I wouldn't say you're hotter than Texas because you are in the desert.
Yeah, I guess so. But then my country never freezes. We never had snow. We never go below, I guess, 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's called tropical.
Yes, we're tropical. I'm a tropical person.
Deserts, because deserts freeze.
Yeah, deserts freeze. Yeah,
All
because
deserts freeze.
Yeah, so I don't know what I am. I just don't burn easily. But I did today. But then it doesn't hurt me that well. I don't even need aloe vera.
Wow, I'm happy for you.
By tomorrow, like I just burned for today.
Yeah, well, still, I'm sure it's not good for you.
No, yeah, that's true too. Hey, we gotta get back to the movie.
Yeah.
So
How dare we walk away from the little people?
So you said you watched this when you were younger, right? You said
Oh yeah, I'm sure I saw it in '88. I'm sure I saw it. I just can't remember if I saw it at the theater or not.
Ah, okay. I did have one note here, right? Because
I probably didn't.
No, because I did have one note, right? Like at the end, the battle between those two witches.
Yeah.
You still call them a witch, right? Even though they're good or bad. I feel like witches are always associated with like bad, like evil and things like
Well,
that.
not all of them. I mean, not Wizard of Oz had the good witch Glinda.
Yeah, good witch. Yeah, because the good witch and then there's the bad witch, and then when they're fighting, right? The only
Well,
thing
you could also call them sorceress.
sorceress. Yes, thank you.
And it wasn't this evil witch wasn't she the sorceress? I think she was the sorceress.
She was also sorceress. Yes,
Yeah,
the one
it's
got
at
turned
the
from
levels.
animal
I
to
mean,
animal.
because you got to think, at the top of the line, you got your wizard or your
Oh, is that?
sorcerer.
I thought we talked about this before. When
Yeah,
we
you
talked
got
about
your
Doctor
wizard,
Strange, wizards.
your sorcerer, sorceress. Then you have a witch and a warlock.
Oh, so I was gonna say warlock is on. Oh, we did talk about this. No, I can't remember
Yeah,
what that movie was, or Afrin or whatever.
it was called warlock.
Yeah, warlock is called.
It was,
Because I was like, I don't know the levels, or these are just different names.
yeah, and I think it also depends on the type of magic you do.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think the sorcerer conjures stuff a lot easier
Like,
without doing
all I know is
without doing stuff in the
Gandalf the White.
Gandalf, which is a sorcerer.
Sorcerer. I thought it was like a wizard, but a sorcerer. Yeah.
Yeah, wizard, sorcerer. To me, as far as I'm concerned, they're the same thing.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah.
Because Merlin is considered a wizard.
Merlin, yes.
But he's also been called a sorcerer many times.
Stupid magic. When we say magic, it's not the illusion one. Like
that's not called illusion. Yeah. There is a difference. If people always say magic, they always say illusion. But the problem is there's magic and there's illusion. So not the same thing. Even though all illusionists call themselves magicians, but not all of them.
Yeah, I think it's just loosely.
It's not like you're gonna go. It's not like you're gonna go to a race car and drive down the road with little rabbits popping out the back of the race car, and then have David Copperfield set the seat, slinging out all his magic stuff.
Yeah, that's not an illusion.
Oh wait, we're in the wrong movie. Sorry. Sometimes I get my movies mixed up.
We didn't talk about that last time. Like rabbits coming out of the tailpipe. What? Did you run any of this by NASCAR? But yeah, we'll talk about the illusions, and I guess because that term was probably used loosely at the 1800s.
Yeah, but the neat thing, I mean, well, in the 1800s, everybody was a witch. Witchcraft.
I'm talking about like
even doing illusions and stuff could get you killed.
Oh,
depending on how religious those folks were, or how ignorant they were. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good term.
Making a coin to put around somebody's ear during that time could get you dunked in the water.
Wow. So
which you know how the dunking booth work, right?
Yes.
They would take you, they dunk you in the water. If you drowned, if you floated to the top, you're a witch. If you drowned, you weren't.
Yeah, I know. I love that stupid concept.
Or when they burned you. If you burned, you were normal. If you didn't burn, well, they probably got to find something else because you're a witch now.
Yeah.
Somehow,
I love that people. Yeah, ignorant is a good word.
Somehow, people always drowned and people always burned.
Yes. Well, I guess we'll never find out. Yeah.
It's like, I pulled a coin from around that guy's ear and he tied me up to the wall and set me on fire.
Oh boy! Back then people just didn't have the intelligence that we have now because they didn't have science.
So much intelligence. It's a lot of people probably got it. They just didn't want to. Because you got to think a lot of that stuff was to get even. A lot of witch killings were to get even with somebody. It's like, I don't know how to get that guy's wife away from him. Oh, he's a warlock.
Wow. So you could just lie.
Now his family, yeah. Because you got to think. Remember, they want you to prove it. Because remember, nowadays we got, and this came from the witch trials, and our law system is you're innocent until proven guilty. Not then.
Yeah,
you got to prove that you're innocent. Try to prove you're innocent. It's almost impossible to prove you're innocent. If somebody tells you, "Oh, this person did that. I saw him go in this house and kill all those people," and then you got to prove you didn't do that.
Yeah.
How would you prove you didn't do that? You can't. It's impossible.
Oh.
So it's easier. It's better to have that person that's lying against you prove that you did it, and then have yourself try to prove you're innocent. Just think, if I was to say you did a lot of things.
Yeah.
How would you prove to the world that you didn't?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
See, that's the problem. See, that's the problem with multimedia and Facebook nowadays. Because somebody can get on the internet. We're basically have the witch trials again now. Because somebody gets on the internet, they say you did this, or a lamb hits his wife all the time, something like that. How are you going to prove it? I mean, you could probably prove it in a way because your wife can go, you're a liar.
But that's why when Facebook came out with that Facebook stories thing. Hey, wherever you do, hey, the time is now 8:24 p.m. I'm at this location.
Yeah.
People
No,
should
that's
be
the
making
thing.
videos of themselves all the time.
Well, the thing is now though, since you can fake time codes and all that stuff,
Yeah.
sorry, that's not going to work for you anymore either. Because I mean, if somebody wants to believe you did it, they're going to believe you did it. If I wrote something, lamb wet his bed yesterday.
Oh, people just
I
believe
mean,
whatever they want.
if they don't like you, they're
They're gonna
automatically going
believe,
to
yeah.
believe it.
Yep.
You know, and they don't know you, they're going to believe it because they go, well, we know Shane. We kind of like him. He wouldn't lie. What a bunch of idiots. But I mean, that's the way the world's working again.
Yeah.
Basically, I mean, everybody's like, instead of using the rule of law or trying to try to see, oh, prove it to me. People don't want anything proven to them. They're just like, someone says this, yeah, sure, of course.
You know,
Especially if it's political now, depending on which side you are,
that's
it's gonna
true.
be true.
And I don't want to get into
Yeah, we don't dig in
political
it, but
stuff.
I mean,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying that's the way it works. If you're
Yeah.
this way or that way, if you don't like it, then it's true.
So from this movie, right, I did like the time period. They don't kill these people just because they're sorcerers or wizards.
Well, this is supposed to be a whole nother world, though.
Yeah.
This is like Lord of the Rings. This
It
isn't
is. See, that's
Earth.
what I'm thinking.
This is like what was Lord of the Rings is like Middle Earth or something.
Yeah,
This is
Middle
like a
Earth.
whole nother deal. I mean, on the outside of the little land, they probably got dinosaurs running around. Okay,
Oh, yes.
but this thing is the funny thing is the dwarves are the little people, but they're not even the littlest people in the movie because then we see the fairies, we see the pixies, and then we see those little things that with spears. What were the little guys called?
I didn't write down what like they call humans different, like or whatever. I
Yeah,
consider humans.
What we consider humans, but even we don't even know they're humans.
No, we
I mean,
don't.
we
They have their
decide
own
they're
terms
humans.
and everything, which is great because I love it when they try and stay away from like any real world terms. You know, it's like a
Yeah.
zombie movie. Like I hear people yelling at the movie like, "Shoot him in the head! Shut the heck up, dude! You're not in the same world that we are. Okay? They are in a movie, and you're in a real world where zombies not real anyway."
That we know of.
That we know
Ooh.
of, yes.
Yeah.
That we know of, yes. Thank you. This.
But again, I don't know why we were messing with that.
Yeah, but I didn't know what those like. I thought Tinkerbell showed up. in this
Well, yeah,
movie.
well, the Pixies
Yeah, the
or whatever
Pixies.
they're called. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
if
don't know what
they
they were
called
called,
them.
but like
I don't know what they called. I think they called them Pixies. I mean, those they got names for them, but
Yeah.
yeah, those basically were whatever Tinkerbell was.
yeah, whatever Tinkerbell was. Like
Similar in
she
that
knew.
story.
She knew like, hey, you gotta bring
Because
this
I don't know.
baby to
I don't know if
whoever.
they fall into the fairy category.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
right.
because well, they got all kinds of things. I mean, you got dwarves, you got gnomes.
Yes.
I mean, they're not in this story, but
I
you
was
got all
gonna
kinds
say
of even
that-
smaller folks.
I guess Pixie would be the best, right? Because they're not.
I don't even know if that term is used anymore.
No, see, I don't.
I mean,
either.
fairies have been around, and I know that word, but I thought pixies and fairies may be the exact same thing.
Exact same thing. Okay. Because I thought fairies
Maybe.
are the one that like that definitely had the wings, right? But then
Yeah,
those
they all
little
have
people,
wings.
it's kind of like a native tribe or something. That's the
Yeah,
closest
well,
I can pin
I
them.
mean, a lot of it has to do with the lands. I mean, it's folklore. Fairies is
Mhm.
English, or I say it's English. It's from the United Kingdom somewhere.
Okay.
Who knows? It's either because Ireland has. I think Ireland has fairies, and they also have leprechauns too. Though.
Oh, folklore, yes.
Yeah, the Welsh maybe have something. Welsh maybe pixies and fairies.
Wasn't
who
this
knows?
directed by Ron Howard? Yes. That's
Which
why
is
this
crazy,
movie
ain't
was
it?
good. Yes, it is. That's why the movie was good. Because you have a good director.
Yeah.
Right? He know how to tell a story. Because, like, I was so intrigued. Like, well, how the heck is he going to get the baby to whoever he needs?
Here's the
He's
sad
so
thing is I
small.
forgot Ron Howard directed this too.
Yeah, Ron Howard.
Yeah.
And screenplay by Bob Dolman.
Which
I don't know
we
who
want
that
to
is.
point out, Ron Howard. The
The
funny
story
thing is,
written by George Lucas?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed
you
that.
didn't know that?
No, I missed that. That's
Oh
why
yeah,
Lucas
this is his.
filmed.
This is his. I mean, he does Star Wars, and then he did this. This is his Wizards and Warriors.
You
type
made me
thing.
watch Howard the Duck before we watched this. We didn't watch this immediately.
Hey,
Howard the
we
Duck.
tried to. We tried
Yeah,
to do.
I
Willow
think we did
before.
talk about Willow before. I think we put that on
Yes.
our list.
And you were like, oh.
I forgot this was written by George Lucas.
Hey, but also, what can I say? I remember Howard the Duck better than I remember. Well, I didn't. Apparently, I didn't remember Howard the Duck. I just remembered.
Well, that totally changed for me now. I'm going to remember this way better than Howard the Duck.
But the neat thing is, in a way, is this is George Lucas, and it's got Ron Howard directing it, right?
Yes.
because American Graffiti is directed by George Lucas and
George
written by George
Lucas
Lucas, and the star is
is
Ron
Ron
Howard.
Howard.
Isn't that awesome?
It is awesome.
He's like,
Because,
Hunter, who
because
would
I,
have ever known? He's like, Hunter, a few years, I will be directing your movies.
yeah. Oh. See, because the point I was always trying to say is like, hey, George Lucas is creative. He can write
Yeah,
stories and things like that, but he shouldn't direct his movies, right? But then he did American Graffiti.
yeah.
He did the first Star Wars, then he did American Graffiti, and then he did Howard the Duck, right?
Well, he did American Graffiti first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, he did THX 111 or whatever it was. I
Oh,
don't
that's right,
remember the
THX, yes.
yeah THX whatever, and then he did American Graffiti, and then that helped him was his stepping stone to Star Wars.
Ah. So he's really off and on. It's not like a consistency with this guy, with George
Well, I
Lucas.
mean, well, I don't know if you watch his directing. I mean, even American Graffiti, some of the acting's off. I mean,
Oh.
he is not an actor. He's not your acting coach. He's not going to stand there and go,
No,
"Oh,
he's
I'm going
not.
to teach
He's
you.
not
I'm
the
not going to teach you.
emotional.
You show up and you better know how to act."
Yeah, he
You
can
know,
write the
show up,
story.
and that's the thing. Like American Graffiti's, he had good actors. Most of them. You see, some people were struggling, but the most of all the people he had were good actors. They're all young. They've already acted before. They've done it for years. He's just like,
That doesn't
put
explain
yourself in the
Star
situation.
Wars. Episode 1, Samuel L. Jackson is a good actor, but for some reason, like,
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson is a little bit off.
Well, some people got to be trained. Some people got to have motivation.
Yeah, that's true
I
too.
mean,
Like
but you got to also think I mean, American Graffiti, you got a hot ride. You're
yeah.
sitting there with a drink and a Coke. You're sitting in a restaurant. You got hot rods driving around and stuff. And you got a music playing. And for Samuel L. Jackson, he's standing in a room that's nothing but green or blue.
Oh, and it's trying to play
And
off. Yeah.
and they're like, you're going to hit by lightning and you're going to fall off this cliff. He's like,
So for
so
Willow,
who's in
they
this
probably
room?
didn't do this a lot on green screen, right? They actually shot a lot of stuff on location.
They probably shot quite a bit of this on location. Yeah, this wasn't heavily green screened.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Not heavily.
I mean, the only thing that's probably green screened or stuff was probably the little people,
Oh yes, those are
and
little
then they're
people.
thrown up in the scene. But a lot of that lot of stuff with the little people, like let's say when they're on that wagon, you know, and they're
Oh yeah,
battle,
the
see,
chase scene.
or you see them coming out of that, you see them coming out of that basket.
Yes.
That was actually a set. Those were
really?
sets. Yeah, because I remember they showing the making of Willow once when it came out, and they even had one of the news stations, you know, the big like U.S. like Good Morning America or whatever it was. They talked to those actors and showed how it was done. It was a set.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, it was kind of like Hook. Remember Hook?
Oh, I love Hook.
Which
That's
I
a
can't believe
great
we
movie.
haven't done.
No,
Why
I
haven't
know.
we done Hook? Because
I
Hook
don't
uses
know.
the same deals. I mean, it's Steven Spielberg.
That's
This is
why they
Steven
shot a
Spielberg.
lot
Hook
in
is Steven Spielberg.
stage.
And for Tinkerbell, a lot of it was giant props. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, giant props. So they've done the
to
giant
sell it.
props.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Because
that's
probably
not
back then
anything
it's
new.
cheaper than doing green screen because rendering time and processing.
Oh yeah,
time
think
takes
about
so
all that
long.
time. Plus the camera, you got to change color, and you got to, you got to burn all that off, or whatever. You got to get all that color off the film.
Yep. Wow.
You sure don't want to mess it up, or
It's
you got to
like-
reshoot it.
Does anybody appreciate back then? I guess Quentin Tarantino is the only person, right? Like, doesn't like
I
to
wouldn't
shoot with
say
high
just
def.
quit.
But like,
Well,
he's to
yeah.
appreciate the film, the art of making a movie.
I wouldn't say he's the only one.
No, he's not the only one, but like, he's
Got
well
Robert
known for it.
Rodriguez.
Well, Robert Rodriguez likes to shoot like digital stuff.
Well, he does because he knows how to do the deal. But I mean, I would say he appreciates.
Oh
the
yeah, he does.
simple
Yeah, you're right.
Of the
Yep.
special effects and so forth. And I thought that's what we were talking about. Yeah, the
Yeah.
film quality and stuff. That's the thing. I wouldn't shoot film either. I mean,
Because
nowadays
it's expensive. Yeah,
It's exactly. It's too expensive.
it's cheaper to
And
shoot with my phone.
and you could do so much and show so much more now through digital.
Yes.
I mean, I understand why Quentin Tarantino likes film. He's a film buff. He loves film, and the film limited what you could do, and that's probably what he wants. He wants it limited. He don't want to see all that.
Yeah, you want to shoot
But
the
I mean,
real stuff.
But you can't say it too because I mean he's a Star Trek fan, so he can't be all anti-technology.
No, he can't. I don't think he's
He
into
probably,
technology.
but he probably just wants like, okay, you want to do sci-fi, you do digital.
Yep.
You want to do an emotional piece or a drama piece, you should do film.
That is true. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like a Star Wars, he would never go, hey, let's do a Star Wars on film. But I mean, but but somebody's go, hey, you're gonna do a crime extra drama or something, a crime movie or
Oh, then you
something
get
set
that
in
on
the
film. Yeah, yeah,
60s.
yeah.
He's gonna go, why wouldn't you use film?
Yeah, why use your film? Yeah, that's true.
You because he goes, if it's set in this time period, you want that film
That
look.
feel, that
You
look.
want the
Yep.
audience to feel it and see it. But he goes, but if it's set in a galaxy far, far away or a Star Trek 300 years in the future, digital ain't gonna hurt nothing.
No,
It
that's
needs to
true.
look different.
Yeah. So I really appreciate like this one. It's not like you said only the green screen stuff or like like a sound stage is like the little people, so that
Yeah.
way they can slice the film
Just
with
got to
the
remember,
footage.
yeah, because they didn't, because in Star Wars, when they written and redid the next Star Wars episode 1, 2, and 3, they almost did nothing but blue
Yeah.
screens. Nothing. They didn't even have props. They didn't have sets. Nothing. So you had to imagine everything.
Yeah, you
Think
imagine if that's
think
hard,
how
acting
hard
is
it is.
hard as.
Because that is hard because they didn't really have much to go on. I mean, there was only 3 Star Wars before that,
Yeah.
and none of them were set in a setting that looked anything like the Star Wars. I mean, you could watch the 3 Star Wars from my generation. They're not going to look anything like the Star Wars for episode 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah.
I mean, they were completely
7,
different
8,
look.
9.
Everything looked new. Yeah. The
Like,
sets were different. The planets were different. Everything was different.
Yeah, nothing's like you ever seen before and things like that.
Yeah, they're like, you're in this huge chamber room, and there's an emperor over here who's going to shock you with lightning, and you're going to fall out the window. Samuel L. Jackson's
I don't
like,
know. Okay.
okay, do my best.
I have to use my imagination now.
Yeah, on everything though. That's the problem.
Yeah,
He had
on
to use it on
everything.
everything because he doesn't. I mean, when he said in the movie, when Samuel L. Jackson probably watched the movie and saw him fall out the window, he's probably thinking,
Oh, I could have done a better job.
if I would have saw all that, I could have done that. You know.
Oh, so you want like at least something to look at, like a the
And I'm not. Yeah, and I'm not saying those people don't have imagination because I mean
Storyboarding,
They
yeah.
use imagination all the time. But the problem is when you're standing on blocks and they go, oh, these are steps.
Oh,
And then, see this block right here? This is a pedestal. I'll see this blue block here. That's a chair, and we're going to fill it all in for you. And you're like, oh crap, man!
I don't even know what it looks like. Like, how do I feel towards this? Yeah.
And there's no window, and the window you're gonna fall out. There's nothing there. It's just you're standing on a block and you fall off.
And then the wires will pull you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, they're like, okay, good luck. And I mean, I'm sure George Lucas probably wasn't near as descripted in his, because apparently George Lucas goes, oh, that's good. Let's go.
Oh yeah, let's go.
He didn't go, oh, we could try it better, or he didn't try to help him do that better.
So we both agree that George Lucas can write the story, but don't direct anything.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people agree. And I'm not knocking him. I mean,
I'm not knocking him either because he could write stuff.
I'm sure he had a good vision. It's just this is what we got.
Yeah, he just can't.
This is the evidence. This is the evidence.
Yeah, he can't describe the stuff as well as he sees in his head.
Yeah,
which has nothing to do with this movie. So
and for all we know, like we said, when they saw it and they filmed it before they put all the special effects, it probably looked excellent.
Oh,
because things might look different when it's going to look and sound different when you add everything else in. And we're like, oh, well,
yeah,
he didn't fall far enough. But yeah, back to Willow.
Back to Willow. So why did we talk about this? Because it was free on Disney Plus.
Well, yeah. Plus, it's probably about time to get to it because I mean, this is one of the movies we do.
Yeah, and then now watching this, right? I do want to start watching the series.
Yeah,
it's like 6 or 8 episodes. I can't remember.
Yeah, I mean, since you're here, you're a Sword and Sorcerer fan. You should. Why didn't you see this? Yeah, if you're watching,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I want to say I like this better than The Princess Bride. I don't know which is better. Which is better? The adventure action thing or sorcerer? I think it really depends on what you like better.
Yeah. And plus the nice thing about this movie, though, since we're talking about sorcerer stuff, and we're going to go back to this, Willow was an illusionist in a way.
Oh, yes! See,
because remember?
He is, yes.
That witch. He goes, I made the baby disappear, and he did a simple magic trick.
He did a simple illusion trick, yes. Like that surprised me so much.
And that witch can't figure it out.
Yeah. The
witch or the sorceress, she cannot figure it out.
Because you're thinking like, oh, he's a nobody, like he can't pull off stunts like that. And when he did, it tripped me out too. Even though they show that, like, hey, this is just my disappearing trick, and I forgot about it.
Yeah, because he didn't have any magic yet.
No. And I thought it was like, what did he do?
Rocks he could throw.
That was the thing. I was like, man, I wrote a note when I put like the witches are tripping. That's why I put like these witches be tripping because they had that battle, and then
Yeah,
Willow hit the baby over with that illusionist trick.
yeah,
Yeah, it took
yeah.
me off
All
guard
he
too.
does. It's like when you get a dog and you're like, here you go, and your
Yeah,
dog's standing there
boom.
going, why did you do that?
He made the
That's the
rabbit
greatest thing
disappear.
ever.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
And
that was really good, but
all
he
you
did.
did was throw that thing behind the curtain.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't even see that coming, even though they show you that scene earlier at the
But
at the
that was
gathering.
that witch was a pretty powerful witch, or the evil
Yeah, the
chick.
evil one. And
She
I'm
just walks
thinking
to the
like,
gate. She just walks to the end of her castle. It's like, oh, these people are going to attack me, and it turns them all to pigs, just like that.
yeah. So she needed an army to find a baby, and then she can do all that. Like, what's the point here?
Yeah. Well,
She just
apparently
gone out and do that herself.
her magic was only if she could see you.
Oh.
She probably only hit anything that she could visually see.
Oh, okay. Because the
But,
pig
but
thing was
again,
pretty cool.
but again, she did have some magic because you got to think. Remember those dog things?
Yes.
Go chasing the baby. Apparently, they like, hey, use this. They must have had some magic to them.
Yeah. See, it just this is back in the '80s movie. Like, hey, whatever they think it makes sense, right? It will work.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what
But
they follow.
but his story also had like roots in real world stories,
Yeah.
like Star Wars does. I mean, because like the baby, they put it on the river in a little basket, like Moses.
Yeah.
See,
I thought those things always trip me out. I find it funny now. And like, hey, just go. Because you ever seen that movie Kung Pao?
I have not.
So they kind of make fun of that element in the beginning of the movie, like you just send the baby on, right? And this lady like finds the baby, they're like, oh, and then she just rolls it down the hill, like, because they thought about that. They found this human, like I guess human-sized baby, right? And Willow and his kids are like, dude, we got to take this back, otherwise they're gonna blame us for like whatever curse this might bring. And I'm like, dude, this is pretty messed up. Don't do that. You do that today, you get arrested for it.
Well, not in that time because there's no
Not
police.
in that time, because you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's like, oh, let's
Just
dunk the baby.
let the baby keep flowing down the river.
Yeah, somebody else's problem.
Oh, that was way funny. Man.
And the thing is, the baby in this movie already knew that she was going to be somebody special and stuff.
Yeah.
Because remember that little thing comes, talks to her, and oh, she picks you.
Oh, the fairy, yeah, like that.
Yeah, she picked you.
I guess we could call it Tinkerbell because I don't remember the name. Yes, she picked you to be her guardian or protector. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's so much wizards and stuff, and witches and fairy things go. It's like this one's going to do the magic, but you got to go find somebody else who can do the magic because I'm not going to do any more magic.
Yes, the wand, right? Yeah, the
you got that lady who says, "Here's you, the wand. It looks like a twisted up stick."
Yes.
Now you go find somebody else that can do magic because this is not my problem. I'm passing the baby on.
I mean, like, I know they didn't show this in the scenes, right? But like, he certainly know these words and phrases to do the magic. Like, I missed that part. Like, they didn't even tell him like, hey, this is what you have to say, but he just make up this language.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they cut that out.
Yeah, they probably cut that.
Because you're right. I don't remember them saying either. And all of a sudden he knew.
And then he suddenly just starts saying these stuff.
No, well, no, actually, there is a scene. I think that when he goes to see the bird on the little island.
Yeah.
Or the witch on the island. She tells him what to say, and he can't say it yet. And she slowly teaches him to pronounce it, remember?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, she does, because she's telling him there how to say it, and he's not saying it right. And then later on, wherever it snows up in the mountains, she tries to teach him again. He turns her into something else.
Oh yeah, the goat.
And
right?
then finally, when they're turned into pigs, everybody gets turned into a pig. Then he finally says it right.
Says it correctly. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, she told him the words to say, and he just couldn't pronounce it correctly. And she taught him.
Even though I thought the animal interaction was pretty good in this movie, like the crow. The crow was I forgot the crow was the I guess the other sorceress. The crow distracted them when to get the baby. The first one of the first scenes where they so it just feel like a Lord of the Rings thing to me.
Yeah,
this whole movie.
And you got to think, Lord of the Rings was around before this movie.
Yeah, it was way before this movie. Like before George. Maybe George Lucas was inspired. I don't know. Maybe he read.
I'm sure he read the book. He probably read the book. It's like, yeah, this is pretty good.
I'm just so glad that they didn't make Lord of the Rings before I wrote this story.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to use that. Hey, George Lucas read Lord of the Rings, and this is how we got Willow.
Or you could
I
just
mean,
call it
come on,
witches,
the
or
whole
you could just call it witches be tripping.
would just be tripping. I mean, besides this movie, right? I have not seen any other movie with like little sized people. I
Oh,
mean, like
really?
one actor's in Willow, right? I remember he was in Me, Myself, and Irene.
Time Bandits.
I never seen Time Bandits.
Oh, we need to see Time
Can
Bandits.
you name another movie besides Time Bandits? I
Uh,
mean, I seen
Snow,
other like little actors before,
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
but they're not the main character. Like that's just the main hero.
No, I was just
But
putting them
is
out there.
Time Bandits the main hero?
I don't think so.
So this is it.
But I thought I was under the impression you were talking about just little people. Period.
Oh no, I'm talking about like little people. I seen on
Uh,
Friday, and actually that's the same actor that was in Me and Myself and Irene. Like the I guess the same dog,
yeah.
but like
What you're talking about is a small person being
yeah, small
the main
person being
character.
like main character. He's the main character.
I'm
He's the
sure
hero of
there's
the
probably
story.
there's probably something else we just don't we just never seen it.
Yeah, but we saw this movie, so this is a huge deal. Like, and this is made in '88, and now
Yeah.
they made a continuous series after all these years, right? I believe the main character is the baby, right? I mean, I haven't seen it,
Oh, I don't know. I assume
but
it's still called.
the actor that plays Willow is still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive, and I'm thinking that in the movies, the TV show is still called Willow, so I'm
Yeah,
assuming
it's still called
it's based
Willow.
on him. I mean, if it's called Willow, why wouldn't it be based on Willow? But
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Tron. Again, we saw Tron, and Tron's not the main character of Tron
No, it's not. It's
in
just
either one of them. So,
yeah, in either one of them. That's right.
and we've seen Star Wars, and Star Wars isn't the main character. Star Wars isn't the main character in either one of
It makes it
those.
sound like the episode of
Penny.
The Big Bang Theory when they play
Yeah,
20
Penny.
questions like, "Are you Star Wars?
Are you
How
Star
can it
Wars?
be a whole franchise? Are you Star Wars?" Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. Well, what else I like about this movie? Oh, the other thing I like is when they were in the castle, right? And when Monaghan was trying to get ready, barricade the gates and get stuff ready, and then he put on
Yeah.
that armor, right?
Yeah.
And it was actually fighting them one by
Yeah.
one until
He just-
that
he leveled up.
yeah, not leveled up. What was that thing that turned into that double-headed dragon-looking thing? They were
Oh.
fighting these what were they fighting?
Was it? Oh, the trolls.
The
Those were
trolls. They were fighting trolls, and then
Yeah.
it got turned into this thing, right? And all of them ran outside the castle. Even when Monaghan ran outside with them, and they were just looking at each other. Then they looked like at the monster. Dude, that was comedy gold for me right there. Cause like, oh my god, what's happening? Like, cause I didn't know that Dolph thing. Like, when this turn, right, is this gonna be on their side?
Oh,
Or
yeah,
whatever. And then
yeah. Well, I didn't even remember that those trolls.
No, oh yeah, because they attacked them. They were like hiding. Something was in the shadows. I was like, hey, what is that stuff? And then there was trolls attacking them, and then it
Well,
turned into that thing.
Sorry. They said trolls earlier in the movie, though. Remember? They
Yeah.
go, oh, we might run into trolls, and you don't like trolls.
Yes, I want to say the trolls were a little bit bigger than like Willow, but
Yeah, they were big. I mean, they're like the trolls that you hear about in the story. About the I don't know. Well, I should say in America.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, my mom told me the story about the billy goats trying to go over the bridge and the trolls underneath tries to eat the goats. Yeah, trolls are bad.
They were climbing under the I guess some of
I
those
almost say
creatures-
trolls were the first building I ever heard of.
Really?
Well, it had to be. I was little and I heard that story, and that'd be the troll. I'd heard trolls long before I heard of any other monster.
Trolls.
Vampire. I heard the trolls before werewolf, vampires, anything else. That would be the first monster I ever heard about in my life.
I mean, even like with that monster, like that battle, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
I thought it was just going to be like the witch's army, and then they were just trying to hide the baby from the witch's army,
Yeah.
and then the daughter. And also like the enchantment spell. That I didn't see that coming.
What are you talking about? You're talking about the love spell, right?
Yeah, the love spell. Yeah.
Yeah, the love spell where they hit him with the deal, and then he
Yeah.
just runs in there and he can't help himself.
Yeah, he can't help himself. He tells her he loves
And all he had to do was just go get the baby.
just go get the baby. That
Well,
was
it does
really
change
great.
for that. It's because she's like, nobody's ever liked me.
Yeah, Sasha?
Yeah, Sasha.
Yeah, Sasha. Yeah, who
So.
fell in love with like Like, cause I didn't know like from the cover, right? Like, where is this other girl gonna come from? Like on this quest. But I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, that was pretty good
Well,
too.
that's
How
the
he
funny
just
thing. I couldn't remember. I remember her character, but I couldn't remember what side she was. I didn't remember
yeah,
her being the bad guy. I always thought she was the good guy, but then I remembered.
yeah, and she
Oh,
just
okay.
turned against her mother,
Yeah,
which
somewhere in there, she's
was
like,
something
yeah.
I didn't see coming at all either.
Oh, really? Cool.
No, I didn't see that. I mean, like until that happened, because that makes me think like, well, what's she gonna do now? Is she gonna fall in love with Val Kilmer, or is she
Yeah.
confused, or how's that gonna turn out?
Oh, she was. She was confused. It's like real life. Usually they don't kick you in the head and fall in love with you
Yes,
afterwards. So
it
they
was
usually just kick you. They usually just kick you in the head and turn you into their mom, and you get killed.
yeah.
It was my experience.
Yeah, because I didn't see that coming. Because the witches be tripping.
Yeah, witches be tripping.
All in all, it was a good movie. Like
Yeah,
the small
and
people.
you're
Like
probably,
I
of
say
course, you're.
small people, and then dogs is so confusing. Kevin Pollak is the next actor I knew, because he's a
Oh, okay.
comedian. So I knew
Yeah,
that guy. So it's because they were the comic relief in a lot of stuff.
yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Because really, you didn't even need them because they couldn't really do anything.
No, you can't really like. It's not like they can
All
fight
they
in
do
a
is
way,
they just stay down there in a little bit and scream and holler and cheer on
and
people. I
they like
wish,
to drink.
and way back then though, because I mean, a lot of people haven't seen movies with little people unless you said like the Island of Dr. Maru or whatever it
Yeah, yeah.
is. There's your little people,
Was
and
it
they just show
Val
up on the
Kilmer in that
screen.
movie too? The Dr. Monroe?
Oh no, I'm talking about an
Oh,
old
the
one.
old one, the
Oh,
50s or whatever.
he did appear in one, but there was another one, and he had little people in a jar. So I'm sure I'm naming the wrong movie. I saw
Oh,
it's
okay.
from the like 1950s,
Yeah,
1930s,
1950s. Yeah.
and it had those little people, and they get a gun, and they have to aim it at this guy. The cat tries to eat them.
Huh. I always wonder
It's an
about that.
interesting movie.
Like,
It's an interesting movie.
like if you have people that are like, I don't know, 12 inches tall and then they shoot you with an arrow, right? Is that gonna hurt like a wolf
Not
size?
with that little. I'm sure it's going to hurt. It's going to be the size. I mean, come on, think. Their arrow's going to be bigger than a needle, right?
Wouldn't it be feel like getting
Yes.
hit with a toothpick? It depends on how much pressure they throw.
I don't know because I
Would
mean,
they
come
even be
on.
able to tie you down like for real?
Oh, we're talking. That's a whole nother movie. Yeah, they could probably tie you down. Why wouldn't they be able to tie you down?
I mean, like how strong is their restraint? Like it's kind of like we could tie down a T-Rex then, right? It would be the same concept.
We could.
But won't the
Yeah,
T-Rex be able to break out? Like, wouldn't we be able to break out?
not really.
Hmm.
Why we tie stuff? Come on, you gotta think about the hot, heavy stuff we tie down with ropes all the time.
Yeah, but then they're not trying to get out though. We have our own will where we like
Yeah. Oh,
bend
I'm
differently.
sure they would get. I'm sure they could tie you down.
Okay. I mean,
I
I
mean, I
can't
don't know
prove you
about the
wrong.
little tiny people, but I mean, I know we could tie a T Rex down. No big deal.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
probably can.
I seen Jurassic Park. We did.
Jurassic Park.
No, in real life, we actually could rope is strong enough to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we probably could.
Come on, if you're pulling a truck up a hill, there's a lot more force on that rope than a T Rex trying to break through.
Yeah, we're talking about physical strength itself, like physics.
Yeah,
I
I was just
think you're
talking.
right. We could probably tie a T-Rex down with physics.
You could tie. No, you don't even have to use physics. Just use good rope because I mean, if you double a rope and do all this stuff and put it through pulleys and stuff, it makes the rope stronger.
Oh yeah, yeah. The
But you
pulley
got to think,
system.
even physical strength is almost as good as would be like pulling a ship up to a dock.
Oh.
A big ship. I'm not talking about like a little tugboat. I'm
Oh,
talking
you're
about a
right. Yeah, you
ship.
could position the ship to get loaded on the dock. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Okay, I believe you. Okay, next
but yeah,
question.
you would use physics to hold T Rex down. But yeah,
Okay,
but it's not like you're gonna have to go get a physicist out there. Just somebody can do
so
simple
we
math.
basically established the facts. Like if gnomes were real, they could tie us down for real.
Well, I don't know. It depends on what they'd make. But I mean, spider webs are pretty strong.
Hmm.
But get them stuck to us. I'm sure if they were to take that stuff and make them a little rope, it'd probably be pretty strong, especially if they put 1,000 little bit ropes on you.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Thread is hard to break.
Is it?
Thread?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
have
not
you
like
got
I try.
threads?
Oh
Oh yeah,
yeah, it's hard to hard to
yeah.
rip. Yeah.
Well, think about it. And the rope that they make would be like several threads, and they have a whole bunch of threads over you. I'm
Yeah.
thinking it'd be hard for you to get up.
It's hard to get up. Okay. I
Plus,
just
it
feel
would
like so
hurt.
confident I can break out of it. Like, come on, I can break out of this.
I don't know. I mean, too bad we don't have the time. We can go buy thread and stick it all in a deal and stick it in the ground and see if you
Because
can get up.
the reason why I ask is like yesterday, my kids elementary school, they have what they call a field day, right? They just go
Yeah,
outside,
yeah.
and the fifth graders, my oldest was in fifth grade, and they were playing tug of war. And I can see that one side is definitely stronger, right? So the second time I stepped in and I pulled a rope, and then you could tell that I'm winning just because my team side was winning because I was there helping, right? Then Heather flagged me like, hey, give him a chance. So I let go. So I let go. I wasn't trying. Once I stopped trying, the kids on the other side they won again. Okay, because I
Yeah.
didn't chill. But the third time when I did it, like, dude, I gave it all my all. Then when I'm serious in it, I win. And then my side win, not me personally, win against like 12 kids, 12 fifth graders. So when the kid, my Ryan is first grade, so
Yeah.
they did
This
all the
sounds
same
so
activities.
unfair.
And I'm thinking like, I told Heather, right, like I feel like I can beat all 20 of these kids tug of war just by myself.
But you got to think though, the second time, you know why they got beat so easily? Because they already had your strength they were relying on, and you were
Oh,
taking
then I
took
let go.
yourself.
Yeah,
You immediately took yourself out of the
yeah,
equation,
I told
and
myself
they
out of the
weren't
equation.
prepared for it.
Yeah, they weren't prepared for it. Yeah, the kids thought, yeah. But then when it came to first grade, like I told Heather, like I put all 20 on one side. I bet you I could win against them.
I
Cause,
think you're cheating.
no, because then they don't have the grip strength yet to hold the rope.
Yeah, well, you
They
being
probably
older
get
and picking on
tired.
you are picking on little kids. What's your problem?
I'm just saying, like these
I
little
see how
people,
I
if
see
they
how you
tie
ma-
me
I
down, like,
see.
come on, get out of
Oh,
here.
I see how you make yourself feel good about yourself. You go,
I'm just trying to measure the same kind of like,
yeah,
if can
whatever,
they tie me down?
Billy Madison.
I love the connection. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm just saying, I don't know. Okay, we will never be able
Okay,
to test this theory.
you could test the theory. It's just
The little
we have to
people.
go with some thread. Well, we don't need the little people. We'll just get some thread and stuff and wrap it all over you and see if you get up.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just thinking little size ropes. I'm like,
Well, make a
I could
thread that's little tiny
break that.
ropes.
Sometimes I
I
could
don't
break
know.
threads. Like just chew on it. Sometimes I don't even need to chew on. Like sometimes you have that
But
loose
if
thread like on the shirt. You just pull
yeah,
it. Come on.
I don't pull it. I cut it because then you
Yeah,
might
just mess up your
unravel your
shirt. Yeah,
shirt.
yep.
Yeah, what kind of
But you
person
can
are
still
you?
pull it though.
You
Yeah,
could,
you
but
can
it'll
break it
break.
easily with just
Oh, bull, you can't. You can't. I don't
what?
believe you can.
I break that
We
off my shirt all the time
oh
when it's a hanging thing. If I'm too lazy to find a pair of scissors, I just pull that right
wow.
off.
Well, could you break the thread though? If you're the rip of thread, could you break the thread?
So if I pull it
Because
and
you're
don't
snapping
I
it off
break
a
it?
knot. Because you're raking it off a knot or where they tied it loose. But if you had a piece of thread, could you break that piece of thread? I don't think you can.
I don't know. I don't.
I
To
don't
me, I
think you
thought I
could.
can because by
It's pretty
pulling
hard,
it.
but you're just popping it off of a deal. You're not breaking the
So
thread.
that's not the same thing,
No, it's not the same thing. Because
huh?
you're probably breaking it where it's on the end, anyways. You probably pulled it all the way out.
Sometimes I pull it all the way out,
Well, you
but
probably
more
pulled it
often
all the
than
way
not,
out.
I'm able to break that part. Like I hold
No,
it in a certain way so it doesn't pull it.
hmm. I don't know. We could test it. We'd have to go get thread.
Yeah, we don't have time for that. I ain't got time for that, man. Testing this stuff. I got more important things to do.
Yeah, well, too bad we don't have that. What's that show called?
Mythbusters.
Mythbusters. Yeah, too bad Mythbusters was around. They could tie so down and see if they can get up the thread.
Yes. Yes, sorry. We will
Me,
never find
the
out.
only thing I could think wouldn't work is that when they put the thread to the ground, they got to stake it to the ground.
Oh yeah, like stick it to the
Their
ground. Yeah.
stakes couldn't go far enough in the ground like our stakes. We have
Oh yeah,
stakes
yeah.
that's going to go that, but their
Like
dirt
like
would be the same as
three
us. So yeah,
centimeters or something.
so
Yeah.
it's basically like you're going to be pulling up like little bitty nails up out of your hand.
Yeah, with my own body, so I can. But then with enough, I might not. I still be tied down.
Maybe. I
Yeah.
wonder. I would
I
like
feel
to
like
do
this
this.
conversation is for people who are high.
I think this conversation is for people that really want to know something. And I would like to tie somebody down to the ground using thread and nails.
And then little nails, right? Like
Yep.
really little ones.
Well, but one side's for
But
GI
a lot of them.
Get a bunch of GI Joes around and see what kind of things they would use and put it up and see if you can get up.
Ooh, a GI Joe would be perfect, like one of those old toys, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Oh my.
Well, if somebody out there wants to accept the challenge, go ahead.
Oh, one of these stormtroopers I have.
Yep. There we go.
Yeah, these are the little guys. Yep.
Yep.
But we'll never find that out.
Well, probably not, but it's a good idea.
Now I forgot. You did enjoy this movie this time you watch it?
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was
I
fine.
wasn't like, whoa, this is amazing. I'm gonna watch
Oh, that's
more
not
stuff.
amazing. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's not like, whoa, this is amazing. You know, I still like
But
Lord of the Rings better
I
than
was
this.
like, oh, this is interesting. But yeah, I would probably enjoy Lord of the Rings more because I mean, there's only so much that really happens. I mean, this was a real simple story. Go here, do this, that, boom, done.
Yep.
Battle. I mean, very predictable in a
Save the
way.
day. You know they were
Yeah.
gonna save the day because it's
Well,
a
of course,
movie in the
but all
80s.
movies say the day. If they didn't say the day, I probably wouldn't have enjoyed the movie.
Oh, interesting.
Now, if they probably would have made Willow like in 3 parts, then the second movie they would have lost.
Oh, like Star Wars.
Exactly. Star Wars. And then they would have got the revenge in the third movie.
I think that's what actually makes it for me in like future movies when I like the bad guys win, because I think I take that enjoyment from Empire Strikes Back. Right? Like
Yeah,
a
well,
lot of
that
people,
was,
oh, just the bad guys won.
yeah, but you don't want the whole story to end with the bad guys winning.
No. Yeah, but for that one particular
I mean,
movie,
yeah,
it
he was
worked.
lucky because he had 3 stories to tell you, so you had to come back
Yep.
now.
It's kind of like Infinity War, right? Like at the end, the bad guy won. And you're like,
Yeah.
now you can't wait to see the other one because you know
Yeah.
another one was coming.
It's got to be righted. Yeah, it's got to
Yep.
be righted. I mean, you don't want. I mean, come on. It's like your life's already got crappy crap. It happens you can't fix. You go to the theater to see it get fixed.
Yep.
You know, and like it's like watching love movies. I mean, at the end of the movies, so and so falls in love with the perfect person.
Yes.
But in real life, it doesn't really ever work that way.
No.
You break up, good luck. You're gonna sit there and eat Cheetos now.
And then you ended up on Jerry Springer. Yes, that's the real life.
Well, you won't now because he's dead. But
He just recently passed away.
maybe I should have put it that way. But yeah, he's not here no more.
Yeah. Well, he's
But
kind of.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you ended up Jerry Springer, you had a lot more problems than just breaking up with your girlfriend. I mean, it may turn out your mom was a man at one time. I don't know. And your sister is your sister, or no, or your girlfriend would turned out to be your sister from
Oh, that could be really weird.
biology.
Yes.
That would be Jerry Springer right there.
Yes.
And good thing y'all broke up.
Something ain't gonna be right.
Yeah, so it's gonna be right there.
All right, so I think it's about time for us to wrap it up. Unless you got another point you want to say, bro.
I don't have any more stupid stuff to throw out there, so we're good.
Okay, so we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for tuning in for this episode of Tensai Reviews. If you like what you heard, give us a thumbs up. Follow us on Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you on the next one.